Honey, I need you to listen carefully. Take the kids and leave the city. Drive out to Grandma's house in the country. If you watch movies or TV, you've heard that line in some form or fashion dozens, if not hundreds of times. Just about every disaster flick and cop movie or TV show has a point when the hero realizes a disaster is coming or bad guys are headed for his house and wants to protect his family. Of course, they never listen. Instead, they argue, want an explanation, or just dawdle and get caught up in the drama. But that's not just a movie cliche. It's drawn from the real-life experience of all humanity. Just look at the defiant refusal of some to stay away from public gatherings to help slow the spread of the coronavirus. The West End Church of Christ in Bowling Green, Kentucky, the group I worship with, has set up a virtual online assembly and canceled its physical assembly to help slow the spread of the virus. Many other churches have as well. But some insist on assembling despite the risk. I pray they don't get caught up in the real-life drama of the disease. But this belligerence is at its worst in man's continued refusal to listen to God's ultimate prophet, Jesus, prophesied in Deuteronomy 18 verses 15 through 22. In the text, God emphasized the importance of listening to his chosen spokesman by warning that we will be held accountable for not listening. It shall come about that whoever will not listen to my words which he shall speak in my name, I myself will require it of him. That's in verse 19. Yet we argue. We want an explanation. We want more proof. We drag our feet or we flat out refuse to believe. When Paul preached in Athens, he warned that it was time for repentance because God had raised his judge from the dead. And that's when they stopped listening. Acts 17 verses 30 and 32. Contrast that with Jesus, who consistently did what he was told. Repeatedly, Jesus talked about doing the Father's will, saying in one text, I do nothing of myself, John 8, verse 28. And in the garden, 3 times he repeated that famous phrase, not my will, but thine be done. That makes Jesus the perfect prophet in that he obeys, and by his obedience sets the example for us. So, I need you to listen carefully. God has spoken, and there is a judgment coming. Leave your old life of sin and come follow Jesus. Well, if Judgment Day hasn't come by tomorrow, Morning Minutes in the Bible will return with a new video. Until then, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.